I'll just start off as a sort of, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's not a problem, okay.
That's
So,
fine.
my name's Gerard, Lawlor, and technically I'm the chairman of Cliftonville Football Club. There's not a lot more about it.
Okay. Thanks for having me along today, Gerard.
Not a problem.
So I'm just going to ask you a series of questions, which, what are topics at the minute within, Irish League football and stuff. So just answer them whatever way you want them, and we'll get on with it. So the first question for you, Gerard. At the minute, they're sort of the financial side of things are a bit difficult in Irish League. So how damaging for finance is the lack of support for Irish League football?
Football clubs are businesses, and I think I take the Premier League and the major leagues of Europe and I think all other leagues in football struggles. And it's to me it's a very simple philosophy. We're businesses first and foremost. You can't spend what you don't have coming in. And that's a very simple principle. If you can't afford something, you don't buy it. And that is the key to running. We run a business, I manage a business, that business happens to be a football club. So like any business, if you didn't have customers, you're not going to be a successful business. Taking that back to football club, if you don't have support. So but I think it's taking it back for Griffin. What is support? And I think it's ultimately about your club, your infrastructure, your community, contact and interaction with the community. It's about what you stand for. So it's really trying to build a brand. And over the last number of years, what we've tried to do is build the Cliftonville brand, and build a brand that ultimately had a vision and a mission of where it wanted to be. I said to someone that I was speaking to just before, winning trophies doesn't make you a successful football club. So it doesn't. It helps, and when you're at a stage to develop, then there are added on bonuses. Too many football clubs, in my opinion, in the past, especially in Northern Ireland, have been built on sand. Sugar daddies, boys with a few quid have came in, they've thrown big money at teams, they've tried to buy the league. I mean, Cliftonville last won the league previous to the last year's success in '98, and we made a loss. So, looking back when I became involved in the club, you sort of look at the club and you go, well, it was great winning the league, it was a great day, but it cost us money to do it. So no business is sustainable in that. So I think the first principle is getting a vision, and that was something that we were very keen to do at Cliftonville and do here was, well, what are we? What do we stand for? Who do we want to interact for? What is the club? Cliftonville had come through a hard period of the troubles in Northern Ireland, and there was probably a little bit of an identity crisis. One person wanted us to be something there, somebody wanted us to be something else, and we were something, anything and nothing at the end of the day, and we were playing along, and it sort of came to stages, well, look, this is going to be a business, this is how we're going to run it, and it has flourished since then, and I think it has very simple business principles, and the community is key to it, the interaction, and looking at football development centre and young people, and the brand, and having a shop, and being able, but it's again with doing it within confines of you do what you can afford to do, and you build year on year, and you add to it every year, little by little by little. Now, Cliftonville's great at the moment, it's fantastic to be here, we played Celtic last month, there's money in the bank, everything's flourishing, but we always will have a rainy day. Cliftonville are going through a golden era at the moment, and we've had 3 or 4 years that has really helped us, and we've grown, but being honest, that's going to change. We're going to have a bad day, we're going to have teams that aren't going to perform in the future. So as much as it's about enjoying it at the moment, it's very much about developing a hardcore business base that's able to sustain that going forward. I mean, ultimately, we won the league last year. We feel we can win it again this year, but we're going to face massive challenges from infield, we're going to face massive challenges from Crusaders. and other clubs, you know, people didn't expect Cliftonville to win it last year, but it's sustaining the business to say, well, we're going to qualify for can we qualify for Europe? Can we do that for a number of years? And they're ultimately the main objectives that we set. And then ultimately whatever happens after that helps. So to do all of that, you need supporters. That's the bottom line, because you need people coming in the gates. And you know, to do that, you need facilities to be good. You need to have a product on the park. I mean, football is entertainment. You know, we're asking people to come here on a Saturday, spend hard-earned cash rather than going to watch rugby, sit in a pub, go to the cinema, go to theatre. So we're competing with all those entertainment values. It's that leisure pound. So what is the ultimate goal is to get a connection with the club so that people feel, well, it's my club, I'm part of it, I understand what they're trying to do, and I can be entertained. Because nobody wants to come here and sit and watch boring and no draws. So, as I say, we were quite lucky. I have, you know, and I'll always be very open and say, we had a vision, we had a brand, and we had a mission of where we wanted it all to go. And for us, over the last number of years, it fell into place. You know, I remember the days when Cliftonville were fighting relegation year on year. We as a club have projected very, but now the challenge for us is to keep that sustainable and moving forward.
So,